Welcome back, Tim Thiesen. Tim Thiesen Live. This segment of the program is brought to you by Horn Photo in Fresno here for all your photography needs, lighting, photo archiving, you name it, they have it. Great bunch of people. And www.timthiesen.com for all your real estate needs, agricultural, residential, and commercial properties throughout the San Joaquin Valley. My next guests are Bill McCallum and Fred Furrow, and they are with Remarkable Technologies Incorporated here in Fresno. Gentlemen, thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for having us.
And so, when we got you booked on the show, I had no idea what Remarkable Technologies is, and so I'm going to let you guys roll with what you do here.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Remarkable Technologies was formed basically with two emphases, water and energy. They seem to be our two largest crises in the world, especially here in our San Joaquin Valley with our drought over the last few years. And what we're looking for is we've actually been able to attract some of the best inventors and scientists in those fields, and we're developing specific technologies that will address those critical issues of energy and water. And just to address the energy aspect a little bit, solar seems to be, everything is headed towards renewable energy, and solar and wind being the two prominent ones. One of our inventors has developed a technology that uses solar, but it also operates 24/7. The capital cost is drastically reduced, and the footprint is drastically reduced to create huge amounts of power. And so we believe with California requiring 33% of its energy generation in the next, a little over 5 years by 2020 for renewable sources, we believe that this will be a tremendous source to lower costs for renewable energy and make it really affordable. We also have a hydro, something that's really interesting for the valley. He's developed what we call a hydro pump. Now, the hydro pump is it's a pump that can be submerged to pull water up from the as low as 2,500 or even lower. But the cost is about 10% of a typical pump. It operates on air pressure rather than actually a motor. And the deeper it goes, the better it works. Mm-hmm. So with the farmers needing, we talked to one farmer, and I think he was spending like $1.8 million during the growing season just to pump water for energy costs. Well, if we could drastically reduce that by 90%, we'll have a huge impact in the farming industry with some of these technologies. The water side, let me talk a little bit about that. We're in the process of developing a desalination technology. Reverse osmosis is sort of the state of the art today worldwide. The cost of that is about $1,200 an acre foot. And we believe that we'll be able to get the cost below $50 an acre foot, and it does not have all the problems of reverse osmosis with membrane clogging and the high energy cost. Mm-hmm. So anyway, one of the things that we've recognized in developing Remarkable Technologies is how can we also take some of these technologies and benefit cities. With so many cities today facing budget crisis, Fresno, I think 3 or 4 years ago was like $28 million upside down on their budget, and then 12, and then 6, and let go many top of their management people to meet those technologies. Remarkable Technologies has developed a concept we call City in the Box. In fact, that's where Bill McCallum has helped really us put that program together, having been with the city for over 20 years. Mm-hmm. And what it is an example. We're developing a technology for sewage treatment. The sewage treatment technology drastically reduces costs and at the same time provides an incredible outflow. Otherwise, in about 12 hours, it's almost potable water. Where the city currently is looking to expand their facility, we can actually to about 120 million gallons a day from the 90 million gallons a day. Mm-hmm. And that particular expansion cost, we believe that we can bring the whole system up to this new technology for just the expansion cost, drastically saving the city capital dollars. So in doing that City in the Box, what we're looking to do with the 3,600 acres that they have, we would then look for the city to contract to put other technologies. As an example, maybe a large solar, or what we call our solar regenerator technology, that we could joint venture with them in revenue share, that we believe that in 3 to 5 years, with these different technologies that we have, we can actually probably bring back to the general fund of Fresno somewhere between $30 and maybe $50 million a year. Now that is a huge impact that we believe that then there won't be any arguments in terms of the police and the fire and all the things that are very important to a city. And with so many cities filing bankruptcy, like Detroit and Lansing, and I think there's 7 cities in Michigan filing bankruptcy, and I think Stockton and
several
so forth.
In California.
So, yeah,
and there's actually on the hot list in California, I think there's a total of 5 of various sizes that are getting ready to they're in dire straits.
Exactly. So Bill is a vice president of our utility services and is helping us put this project together with cities, with his experience with the city of Fresno.
Mm-hmm.
And we're very excited about having him on our team. And Bill, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bill, you want to run with that's kind of intriguing as far as water purification and everything else, because every drop of water, I attended the water forum the other night in
Monday night.
In the upcoming ones, I'm actually going to be one of the presenters from the Fresno Taxpayer Association.
Okay.
And then plus my ag background is every drop of water right now is precious.
So
Sure.
Absolutely precious.
It's yours, and that's one of the good things that we looked at with Remarkable is we're in the forefront right now. Renewable energy being what it needs to be, by 2020. There's 356 municipalities in the state of California currently right now. 80% of them are looking for any and all energy savings. Energy savings, obviously, in the cost of treatment of water, whether it be surface water or wastewater. All of those technologies are available, but there's a huge cost, and usually the cost from the utility point of view is that it doesn't make sense doing bond issues to cover things that we can do with our City in the Box program. Basically, it's a turnkey operation. Monday night's forum was a good kickoff. Martin McIntyre is a great advocate of that. I've known Martin since he was the utility director here for Fresno, and he's moved on. We're just glad that we're here at this point where we've developed, we've looked at, we know that it works. We're ready to charge forward. I mean, we're looking at a lot of municipalities and a lot of special utility districts because of some opportunities that we have for not only the water side but also for electrical generation side, and obviously we know what our costs of producing electricity is versus what the utilities do. So it'd be a cost savings all around.
Yeah, and that's a huge component in the cost of business or even running a city is to run the equipment that they have to run to deal with whether it's pumping fresh water in
or treating what's already
water
come in.
that's coming out.
Correct.
Is the energy cost, and that's a huge slice, as you know, a huge slice of the budget.
Yeah, it is, and it's not going down. It's
Right.
not, I mean, every general rate case that's in front of the PUC right now. There's 17 PUC rate cases that are going to increase electricity cost to different tier levels that are financially. I don't know how a city in the next 5 years, other than having its own cogeneration system or involving itself with RTI, is going to be able to keep functioning without passing it on to every ratepayer that's in that system.
Okay.
And that's who ultimately pays for it in the end.
Okay. I understand some of what you're working on is very proprietary at this point, so I know you
Yes.
can't go into a lot of detail. Fred, you did catch my attention, though, using air to pump water. Can you go on, without giving too many secrets away, go into a little bit on that?
Well,
If not, you'll be getting a phone call from me tomorrow.
Well, one of our inventors, I've told people that sometimes I think, well, Tesla, the inventor back in the 1800s, is his mentor, but I think he'll go down in history greater than Tesla. He looks at ways to solving problems, and energy cost is a big problem with pumping water. And he's been able to design a specific pump with specific technologies to be able to use air as a lift. And so the only energy needed is for the air compressor itself, not the energy, the motor. And so to be able to reduce energy costs with a pump for pumping water by 90%, I mean, that's a huge factor, especially here in the San Joaquin Valley with farmers. And so that's just one of the technologies. I might also add on the energy side, which we're very excited about. He's actually developed a technology that eventually that we will be able to retrofit the coal burning industry and take it to clean, where we would eliminate the emissions 100%. I don't know, going on with China, the major cities in Beijing and stuff, they have to wear masks. The pollution is so bad, and so forth. And it still represents about 37% of our energy, and the administration would like to shut the coal industry down, but we don't have the replacement for it. Now, we are looking through some of our sources to be able to eventually do that, but it's going to take a while. But in the meantime, if we can retrofit those existing coal burning plants and eliminate all the emissions, that would be a huge step as well. So.
Yeah, and there are certain technologies in certain industries where they've been able to get emissions down to very, very low.
Yes.
It's not quite, there's no such thing as zero emissions, but it's very, very
It's getting
close.
closer.
Yep.
It's getting
It's
closer.
very close. So the
Yeah.
technology is there. And talking about countries like China is just like the Eastern Bloc of Europe. Same thing. The environmental damage was just horrific.
Yes.
For generations to come.
Yes, yes. And it's taken them 20 years now to start pulling out of it, but it just takes, Mother Earth is very resilient, but it takes time to undo what we've done.
Exactly.
Absolutely, no question about that. Okay, what else do you have on the burner? You
Well,
guys have a
one
lot
of
of
the
things going here.
One
This
of
is
one of
good.
our visions is, the basic channel for water to LA, because of the population that originally was for the San Joaquin Valley for crop production. We lost over $2.5 billion in loss of crops the last couple of years because of no water. Well, one of the things that we would like to do is be able to do a major desalination plant. Now, this is different than a reverse osmosis. It doesn't put back in the ocean all the extra salt and the brine and things like that. So it's very clean, and be able to do a major desalination plant in probably the port of Long Beach, and be able to provide Los Angeles with water, and then leave the canal water here for the San Joaquin Valley for crop production. So that's one of our major goals in the future that we hope to achieve. So.
Yeah, the water wars are on in California.
They are.
And there's going to be some hard decisions that are going to have to be made because this is going to be take the environmental lobby clear out, but there's going to have to be a balance between people and farming, because farming is what feeds the people.
Correct.
And so we're going to get back to who came first, the chicken or the egg,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And and that's the other thing too. That'll be coming up in some of these Fresno water discussions very soon, is because of the lack of adjusting policy at the state and federal level. Okay, our water infrastructure in California is designed for 20 million people, and now we're at 40.
40. Correct.
And this is, so sooner or later, all this stuff of lack of action, everything collides, and then we find ourselves in desperate situations. So
And
anyway.
it is desperate.
Okay, great,
Yes.
gentlemen. Thanks for coming in. I'm definitely going to have you, as things unfold here, we're going to have you on again.
Well, thank you very much.
Talk about
Look
this
forward to it.
and go from there. And right here in the San Joaquin Valley, there are a lot of good things happening and new innovations and technologies coming our way. Okay, we're going to be right back after these messages.